morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today is a review of another neat little quadcopter. This one is from a company I've done several reviews of their quadcopters. It's a new company on the market. It's the Xinlin. Actually, I like these Xinlin quadcopters I've been seeing lately. They're very well built. You feel them, and they feel like they're substantial quadcopters. You know, they don't feel cheap, in other words. And they look really cool design. They have unique designs, like this follower here. I haven't yet to see a quadcopter shaped like this one, but it's pretty darn cool looking. Also, they come in white usually, and this one also has very pretty lights. It's going to be a great night flyer. I'm going to try to fly it tonight to demonstrate that. But let's go over the features of this. As with most micros, this one has headless mode, one key return. It does flips. It's just a basic quadcopter. It does not do inverted flight, and that's good. I'm tired of those inverted flyers because I feel that the props tend to fall off of those very easily. And I don't know if the motor longevity is very good by doing inverted flips, going back and forth like that. But all in all, this is just a basic micro quadcopter. It does come with a camera version, but this version here is not a camera version. I'm not really sure the camera version is advisable for micros. Usually that weighs them down. But if you do have a camera version, you activate the video by pressing this button. You activate the photos by pressing this button. The quadcopter's lights can be turned on and off to save battery power. I'm going to try to do that today since I'm flying daylight. Tonight I'll leave them on. But you press this button here. It has one key return, which you activate by pressing that button here. It has headless mode, which you activate by pressing that button here. You select the different rates, beginner, intermediate, expert, by pressing that button there. And you do the flips by pressing this button here and then telling it which direction you wish it to flip. The internals to this quadcopter, it has appears to be a 350 milliampere hour battery. One of your standard generic 350s. And let's go for a flight of this thing just to show what it can do. First thing I want to do is I am going to do a power off test to see what this will do if I lose transmission, because I want to do a range test also. So I'm binding the quadcopter. And I am going to apply, look at those colorful lights. I don't know if you can see them or not, but look at that. Very pretty night flyer. You can see them in daylight too. Okay, applying a little bit of power and turning off the transmitter. 1001, 1002, it'll drop. It'll drop within a couple seconds of losing transmission. So let's turn on, or rebind the quadcopter. I'm going to unplug the battery. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to reset the headless mode bearing down that field there. And I'm going to close up the battery door. By the way, it does come with a battery door, so it'll look even cooler with the battery door closed. But look at those lights, if you can see them or not, folks. Very pretty. But again, we'll point it downfield. That'll be our headless mode bearing. And we are bound. Let's take off first. This is its beginner rate. Very nice, very smooth flyer. Very gentle flyer. Enjoyable, actually. So at this rate, let's go downfield, keep it at about that altitude in case it drops, and see how far we can go. And yeah, it's about 60 meters, folks. 60 meters seems to be about the range of this, and that's reasonable for a micro quadcopter. Okay, let's do the flips. Let's see this thing flip. Pressing the flip button. There's a forward flip. Let's bring it in here again. Going upwind, the wind's starting to pick up here. Pressing the flip button again. Left flip, or left flip there. The wind's picking up, so I'm going to higher rate. The rate button, there we go. This is intermediate. Okay, the pitch at intermediate is pretty steep, or maybe this is expert actually. Pretty steep, but it's kind of hard to hold altitude at that steep of a pitch. Let's bring it in and take a look at the go upwind also, and give it full yaw rate here. This is full yaw at this rate. I'm trying to press the rate button to go to a different rate, but the rate button on mine seems to be stuck now at expert. Doesn't want to do any more flips, so there's no more power left for flips. We're going to have to stay at this rate here for the rest of the flight. Again, my rate button appears to be somewhat defective here. But all in all, it's a good flyer with very pretty lights. I want to try it out tonight, flying around the neighborhood. From Xinlin, a 162 follower. It has a little fake GPS on the top of it. Let's bring that in close to show you that. Come on, back up the wind here. You've probably seen that, but there's its fake little GPS there. Getting a thumbnail at the same time here. See? Gentle flyer. Going to space. But you got to keep it within 60 meters. Let's go up into space and then let it fly out of range. Better not. Coming back down. I don't want to break it. Climbs really, really well, by the way. Even though its batteries are pretty low right now. Fun little flyer. There we go. That's why I didn't want to go too high. So, that's the flight time you get with the Xinlin X162. Great little quadcopter. A little micro. From a new company on the scene, Xinlin. Very pretty lights. I like the lights on this thing. Hopefully it'll be a great night flight tonight. So, look at... I lost a light cover. I better find it. It's probably right here somewhere. Okay, I'll put it back on. This is Quadcopter 101. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out. Night flying with the Xinlin X162. Real pretty night flyer. Look at those lights. Let's go back to beginner. That's extra. There we go, beginner. That was intermediate. Real pretty lights. Flips. There's a climbing flip. The battery light comes on early. That battery's not weak. I know it looks like it's weak, but it's not. This has been charged. When you put it in higher rates, it can drop quickly because the pitch is pretty high on this. Let's Let's do a flight into space. Bring it overhead and pretty cool, huh? There's another car coming. Oh well. Yeah, let's bring it in for a landing. Xinlin X162. Hope you enjoyed that flight.